It's the NFL on EA Sports. And up next are the Texans' veteran linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Mills now. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 21 carries, 97 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's to Burks, and he's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field. And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mills. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more. On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry. No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you. Here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Desmond King back deep. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Mills. And that is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Caleb Farley there on the tackle. The Texans had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. And that will be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line.
Both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed him off with that run.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Henry up the middle. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running left, it's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Here's King. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing, Mills. And that is incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
Well, I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
Eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, it's King. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense set to regain possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, Mills. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And teams practice their plays during the week. They're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Carson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and certainly looks bad for you.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Tannehill on first down. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Only needing 2 yards on second down. Inside handoff, Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Houston set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Mills. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then tonight and see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is really flirting around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
To throw is Tannehill. This one caught up by Crowder. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A 1st down carry for Henry to about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And he will have a Titans 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
action. It's Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Allen has it, left side. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
He'll find Lazard here over the middle, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Carson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run again with Carson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. A 1st down throw for Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ross. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is Carson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
From the gun, here's Mills.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
I don't care how how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? I like his ability to break tackles, and his feet never stop moving.
Now Mills. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They run it with Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Here's Mills. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for it to clear going across.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Burks again. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Oh, boy, Derrick Henry shaken up after that last play and in some discomfort down there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Tannehill now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Seibert's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And here comes the Texans now. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
93 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
A lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through the tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Mills.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
After the interception, here's Tannehill.
He gets his...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. And they looked over at both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And out across midfield down to the 45. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing, Mills.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st and 10, Mills. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Mills to the air again. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Crossing route complete to Ross. And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage and bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Chris Carson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Texans will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. And says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Derek Carr has a couple of touchdown passes there. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Texans, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach. Team's likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Here's Tannehill. And to the right side here, it's Allen. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at the 20.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Texans to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. They'll start on the ground with Mack, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
To throw, Mills.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Tannehill. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's King. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see it back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
56 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Our 1st down throw for Mills. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw is Mills. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down, you put a lot of emphasis on because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Now Mills.
He finds Ross, right side, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick before. That's my turn now to make the big play. And that's exactly what he did.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Marlon Mack taking it in for 11 yards out.
And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is makes you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
But the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A toss left. Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first from Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And He's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
Here's Brett Kern now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Well, the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
136 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of a would-be tackler.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Mills on first down.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mills to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Titans now just about ready to take over.
And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
Tannehill's throw is on target to Burks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Tannehill. It's caught by Hooper.
And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Titans are back within a score.
And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a Tennessee score. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. But Houston's offense taking over again, and their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They'll come. Second and long after the hold. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, it's Tannehill. Open man is Burks, and he's got him. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. They find some open field here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. This one caught by Crowder. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Second and 2, first down marker at the 8. Now Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And the Titans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now that's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. At their own 21. He gives it off to Carson. And a short pickup to about the 25. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Carson. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, That's not a guy they want to see consistently. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd down and 7. Here's Mills.
He gets it to Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Up the middle they go. Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
From the gun, here's Mills.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Texans on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Carson punching it in from a yard away.
On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 46. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll just get rid of it.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On the return, it's King. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. 1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 24. Play action now, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Carson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Carson. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Mack off the draw play. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Allen Lazard from 8 yards out. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Traylon Burks headed back out with the rest of this offense.
He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second and very short, Tannehill. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Tannehill on third down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They'll run forward with Henry. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And the Titans first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Now Tannehill.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line. Buying time to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now Tannehill saying, let's get to the line.
Tannehill has this complete to Woods. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Throwing Tannehill.
And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And the Texans set to come onto the field.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. A run by Mack to start the drive. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. This is Carson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They run again with Carson. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line. Now it's Crowder. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns. 25 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here's Tannehill. Got his man, it's Woods. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Texans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.